Okay, so we're going to think about writing this out now. You've got copies there of the plan that I've created. In addition to that, you've got the waggle as well that I suggest you look through, and of course your own plans. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole of my write it. I want you to have that independence to go through your own, but you do have those to help you. Here's how I'm starting it, because you've really got to follow that structure of there being a warning, that not being followed, describing the setting that they move to, something bad starting to go wrong because of that tension being built, them getting trapped, again tension being built, but they do manage to escape, so there's a relief of that tension, and then finally they go back and they're told off by the person who gave them the warning. Okay, so did a little bit of work on inverted commas this week and direct speech, so we've got some of that here. Jimmy, you'd better stay clear of the railway line, it's dangerous. Okay, got my inverted commas around what's being said, capital letter to start and punctuation at the end. I've also got Gran shouted as I stormed out of the house. Okay, so I'm letting the person who's reading it know who's saying it and some action alongside that. Quite a complex sentence in terms of the punctuation as well there. So you might want to think about something along those lines to show off your writing ability. Surely she knew it's the quickest way to the park. There's no way that's myself and my best mate Stevie, waste our time sticking to Gran's plan. Typical of her to try and slow us down. Okay, so we try to get across here that there's a conversation going on between the person who's in this particular warning tale and the person that's reading it, so really involving them there. And you can see it's very informal, so real control over how formal the particular piece is. Okay, so it's the building up of the tension that's going to have the most impact in your warning tale. So you can see I've got the final part of my problem there with the creak and the cries of the bridge's pain echoing around, and then Stevie's gone. Okay, still need to be building up the tension. So what we did when we planned this is we had 3 elements of building up the tension. We actually planned for that, so that should come into place. Okay, and I've started with some cohesion between the 2 paragraphs, saying that I'm surveying the scene. I'm obviously looking for where Stevie was, but I've got across that my heart is pounding, so there's a little bit of tension already being built there because we know how they're feeling. Okay, so I've continue using my plan to write this out now, and you can see throughout of that there's some parts that I put in purple just to point those out even further. We've got some feelings there, short sentences alongside long sentences. I froze, grew louder and louder, rapidly, and we've got would this be the end there. So we're thinking about those quick movements, the loud noises, things being further away but getting nearer and nearer, so it's that sort of hidden threat. We've got some other quick movements there with the without warning. So it's really important within this that you're making the reader become tense, because they're wondering what's going to happen and they're worried about the person that's in danger. Okay, so don't rush it, really think carefully about that tension. Okay, so that's all the help I'm going to give you towards this. You've got your plans there. Use what I've developed as a plan and the points that I've made in this particular video alongside the waggle.